The traits of each Myers-Briggs personality type can provide us hints about the kind of lover you will probably be. Superdrug and Online Pharmacy also conducted a study on the subject, interviewing more than 1,000 Europeans and Americans on how their personalities might affect their sexual preferences. They enable us to create a picture of how your personality type affects your behavior in the bedroom. For instance, ISTP, sometimes referred to as the virtuoso, is the one who is the most open to having a threesome. The ISFJ, defender, is arguably the least daring in bed. It's more difficult to appoint a king or queen between the covers, though. Because there is no right or wrong when it comes to sex, it's rather a case of different tactics for different people. Despite this, the following personality types receive high scores for their bedroom prowess, in no particular order. The most sexually active personality type, the ESTJ, strives to win over their partner. ENFP. In the bedroom, experimental and open-minded. The perfect mate for an INTP is passionate, judgment-free, and sensual. ISTP. Following their desires is everything to these pleasure seekers. INFJ is a devoted spouse who will prioritize their relationship. Hello everyone, welcome back to Psych IQ. In this video, we are going to talk about the INFJ personality type and what is their sexual energy like. There are a lot of things to discuss, so without any further ado, let's jump into it and find out what the INFJ's sexual energy is like in bed. For the majority of individuals, sex and sexuality are undoubtedly significant aspects of what it is to be human, and as such, they can also improve our understanding of one another. There are certain things that each personality type is more likely to connect with or feel, whether it be exploring your own sexual needs or getting to know your partner better. Casual sexual encounters can be uncomfortable and unsettling for some people, while being a terrific opportunity for self-discovery for others. While there are numerous features that aren't related to personality type, there are situations when certain particular desires or behaviors can be. INFJs are generous and passionate people, but they are also incredibly complex. It frequently needs getting to know the INFJ on a much deeper, more intimate level in order to comprehend how they feel about sex. There are undoubtedly some characteristics and behaviors associated with the INFJ when it comes to sex, but this does not preclude a wide range. They are among the most complex personality types, since their actions frequently contradict one another. When examined more closely, these contradictory emotions and actions have a purpose and arise for legitimate reasons, but they might be challenging to predict in terms of how people would act during or feel about sex. Sexual arousal in INFJ. INFJs frequently come with a lot of tremendous energy, and this may definitely translate into sex. They frequently need some time before they can truly open up to someone and let them in. The same is true of their sexual lives. It takes the INFJ a while to get to this position since they have a hard time feeling truly at ease or secure with others. In order for them to enjoy having sex, they must be with someone who also makes them feel at ease. This is closely related to how INFJs are sexually because they are such generous individuals. They will go to tremendous measures to get the approval of the people they care about. They will naturally go above and beyond for them, which is another reason why they only want to engage in sexual activity with someone they can fully trust. When an INFJ gets close to someone, they strive to make them happy and get great delight from witnessing their happiness. They frequently resort to any means necessary to satiate their sexual demands and desires. INFJs are extremely passionate individuals who frequently have their own sexual thoughts and desires. It may take some time for them to truly open up and discuss these things with someone. They require a spouse who is able to be patient with them while also being willing to expose these various layers. They genuinely desire a partner with whom they can be themselves and openly share their souls. For the INFJ, this entails being upfront about their sexual desires and emotions, but it requires a partner who can foster this sense of safety. The INFJ can become very closed off after encountering people who put pressure on them or didn't help them feel truly satisfied with themselves. They could come off as being not sexual, while in actuality they just have trouble trusting people. Sexual intimacy for INFJ. There must undoubtedly be some amount of intimacy for the INFJ to enjoy their sexual encounter fully. Without this level of intimacy and connection, they simply view sexual activity as a pointless task. They could feel compelled to do it in order to be accepted by others or to satisfy their relationship. The INFJ is probably more sexual than they even think. All they lack in their sex life is the essential component of closeness. The INFJ will feel detached if they don't feel completely connected to someone, and they won't likely feel the same enthusiasm and joy from the event. They need to sense a deeper connection and understand that the intimacy of the intercourse is more important than the physical act itself. On the other hand, INFJs may experience some anxiety or apprehension when engaging in sexual intimacy with another person. Even though they yearn for intimacy and connection, they find it a little unsettling to be vulnerable in front of others. They may be cautious because they are fearful of being harmed or of what it means to totally let go with another person. Although it may appear that they are walled off to genuine connection, INFJs have a strong desire to connect. Sexual intimacy may be difficult for some INFJs who have had unpleasant experiences in the past, but this only indicates that they require a patient partner who can help them work through this. Casual sex and the INFJ. Even if they engage in it occasionally, casual sex is rarely satisfying or rewarding for the INFJ. They may persuade themselves that they can handle it, but that does not imply that they genuinely enjoy it. When they are in their shadow, INFJs may find themselves focusing intensely on their weaker functions or engaging in casual sex. When they aren't feeling like themselves, they gravitate toward activities that make them feel good at the time, but probably don't provide them with long-lasting satisfaction. The INFJ believes that having a connection of some kind is what really matters. Therefore, casual sex is unlikely to make them feel happy or at ease. Sex without any kind of intimacy or closeness will make them feel worse than before, because they need to feel like there is more to their sexual lives than just the outcome. INFJs have a strong desire to please the ones they love in every aspect of the relationship, including spiritually, emotionally, and physically. However, an INFJ's least developed cognitive function is extroverted sensing, which means they tend to feel very disconnected from the literal world around them. Because of this, some INFJs feel themselves so foreign to the world that action seems hopelessly strange and unnatural. Personality junkie, INFJ careers, jobs, majors. While they have a deep longing to connect with their partners on a spiritual sense, some INFJs may struggle with showing this physically. This is not to say that INFJs dislike or disconnect completely from physical intimacy, but rather it may be their least effective way of showing their feelings. When an INFJ does interact physically, it is always with great emotional depth. Sexually, INFJs view intimacy as a nearly spiritual experience. They embrace the opportunity to bond heart and soul with their mates. As service-oriented individuals, it's very important to them that their mates are happy. Intimacy is an opportunity for the INFJ to selflessly give their love and experience it in a tangible way. Casual encounters are near impossible for an INFJ. Most find them a pointless use of energy. If, however, an INFJ does engage in a seemingly emotionless fling, they will usually either attach manifested emotions to the other person, or they will use the sex as a method of self-loathing. Simply put, sexual or physical experiences to an INFJ are something that they do with great purpose of showing love for one another. If you are in a committed relationship with an INFJ, recognize that everything from a brief kiss to passionate lovemaking is perceived as an intensely spiritual experience of expressing feelings and should never be taken lightly. On that note, I'll end the video here. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.